Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, thank you. Just
So,
background. There we go. None.
yeah,
There.
keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Yeah, this is way better. Keep coming. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're joining us from. So, I'll see you guys here. If you allow me, I'll do your bio and then we can continue.
You know what, darling? We don't even need to do the bio. We can just get going.
Okay.
So I want to congratulate you for being the host.
Thank
You
you.
people always get my respect when they step
Thank you.
up because
Thank
this is a group thing and we need leaders and every nation needs leaders, whether it's countries or Opulence nation. And this is what happens. This is how you identify yourself as one of the leaders. You step up, you do something that a lot of people are not willing to do. And that to me, as a founder, means the whole world. Knowing that, you guys stepping up, taking over, and I could be at peace that the company is running, going. We have a team of leaders, and I just can't wait for us to the programs we're going to talk about tonight, especially the LD Blitz talk about tonight. It's designed for me to see who's the next generation leaders, because everything we plan and program is going to be based around that. A company's strength is based on company's leadership. So we can have lots of customers, which is a foundation of any business. But for duplication to take place, we need leaders. You need leaders in your team. So you got to ask yourself, am I creating leaders? Am I rank advancing in my teams? If you're not, well, guess what? Your team cannot grow, right? You cannot go up there. You cannot touch the comp plan. So it's very, very important that we establish duplication. How you do that is through the comp plan. We've come up with some crazy promotions like the LD Blitz, which pretty much puts all its profit into the field for you. It's designed to get you within that burst, take all profits, but most importantly, what happens is it creates for you forward momentum. Tonight we're going to talk about the LD Blitz. I'll have some stuff in there. Um, I see it's 14th of the month. I'm going to get a report tomorrow. See how many of you guys have generated LD1s. I'm getting a full report. I hope that lots of you people are on that list, because honestly, this is as simple as it comes. It's basically power of two. Get two, get them, get two. So it is as simple as it gets. Okay, then how do we get the two? Great. Let's go back, dialing, appointment, and then you get two. He said, that's just a basic forensic. All right, so let's just get started. We are in what type of business we're in? Well, put in the chat. What type of business are we in? Well, we're in a health and wellness and fashion business, right? But the means into which, be active with me on the chat, guys. But the means into which we expand our business is done through a duplication process, right? Duplication process. Why? Because we get paid on duplication. It's really, really important for you to understand. See, if people come in as an upline, because a lot of people come into our industry, they've never done something like this before, right? So they come in with the mindset that, hey, great products, I can sell it. Fine, that's fine. But that's part of the comp plan. That's not all the comp plan. That's part of the comp plan. And you guys do that well. We see that. You guys do that well. Every country, you guys do it very well. You should retail products very well. I think you should expand again, not just sell a few products. You should be selling everything. But we know you can sell. But see, a lot of the dream is not you exchanging time for money, right? It's good that you can have a home-based business and so a job and be able to make full-time income from home. But the dream is not based on you making sales. The dream is based on you duplicating yourself. If there's two of you doing the same work, well, you can double the result. Simple, right? If there's four of you doing the same work, they get four times the result. Simple. It's power, it's the law of averages. So how do we go from 1 to 4? Well, we duplicate. That's what we do. So your whole focus, when I got into network marketing, nobody had to teach me that. In 1990, as a 20-year-old, that company was a health company, a health and diet, I guess. I didn't care much about any of that. I fine, I was an athlete. I like products. natural products. But that's not why I got in. Why I got in, let me tell you my story of why I love this multi-level concept. I was in the pizza business. So for the first time, so I had one pizza shop. We run this one pizza shop. We do all the preparations and the ingredients and the place and the employees, and then we find end result is a pizza, and our cost is X. We sell it for Y, and then we got our profit. And we try to jam as many of these transactions through in a day. And doesn't matter if we had a good business, and we did. Doesn't matter if it was on New Year's Eve, it was crazy, but there's only so many pizzas can go in another oven, right? Because there's only so much time, so much. So there's only a few of us in there, right? So when I looked at these bubbles, these little circles, the very first time in 1990, and on a flip chart, the person in front of me wasn't talking, "Oh, the juice is great and the cookies are great." They were not doing that. They had the real estate background, very sharp individuals. They were talking about circle, duplication, circle, duplication. I sat there looking at this. So I was a 20-year-old guy who's never even heard of the name MLM. Nobody had approached me for anything. That was my very first exposure, 1990, first time I see the concept. But that very first time I look at this, I said, it's like little franchises, except I don't need all this money. I could make it happen on a phone call. I could do it across the country, maybe in Japan, because that company was in 2, 3 countries. I can build this thing, just quick presentation. Back then there was no internet, so quick presentation, quick fly-in, and I can have another franchise going. I was not thinking, because I had a pizza business, right? So I come from that mindset. I'm thinking like Domino's, right? The world's largest pizza franchise. It's not because they got the best pizza, it's garbage, but they have a marketing campaign. Two, 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 two. Now look at Pizza Pizza. This is the largest at the time, was the largest franchise in Ontario. I think it still is today. I'm thinking, how did Pizza get the best pizza? No, they don't. But it's a concept of just opening up, duplicating different franchises. I'm thinking that's really interesting. And if I can duplicate myself, I cannot duplicate my pizza shop. I mean, it's hard to do. You need a location, you need lots of money, but I can duplicate me, right? It took me an hour to get in. I can keep bringing people. It takes an hour, 2 hours, some follow-ups. We're going to bring people in. Now, I didn't realize at the time, because I was really excited, and that excitement took me far, because I said, well, like, now 30 people in like no time, but I still didn't realize that at the time, because one law knows and a lot of, but this didn't matter. The point is, I could duplicate me in hours, and very little money, just no money unless I traveled somewhere. But I could not duplicate my pizza business. I needed a lot of money for that. So it was a simple concept to me. So this is really, really cool. So I put that to practice. I called some people. First thing I said was a presentation. I was not a good presenter at the time, but it didn't matter because I could read. And I started showing people the cookies, the juice. And I realized people say, hey, you know what? I want the juice, I want the cookie, whatever. And they got in. And when they found out they can duplicate themselves, customers automatically some of them became distributors. So that's 35 years ago, folks. And I'm here now sitting in front of you, probably $1 billion in business later between all my businesses. It's an incredibly simple but effective system. But if you come in and your mindset's all about, selling, helping the world's health, that's fine. Look, if you want to help people, which is fantastic, we all should be doing that. You could do it if there was more of you. You could do much better if there was more of you than there's just one of you. So for me, as a 20-year-old, nobody had to explain to me what the business was. The business wasn't the cookies and juice business. Okay, that's the foundation that glues it all together. But the business was duplicating me, because two of me are twice as effective than one of me. It's that simple. So the driver then Okay, of course, in the product side, because the drivers, customers getting us more customers, referral, right? We got a loyalty program for that. We got a referral program for that. Fantastic. Customers get us more customers. You should be all over that, not just selling products. When people come to me all the time, so they give me a testimonial on the Divine or FOL, whatever, or the fashion they're wearing, what the results they get from people talking about the bag, shoes, whatever. I listen to the testimonial and I have one question for that. Who have you told the story to? It's nice that I'm hearing it, and I love hearing it. But you also need to be telling that to other people, other customers, potential customers, family, friends, sunblocks. Everybody should be hearing this testimony. In other words, duplicating your customers. If you have a customer, duplicate a customer to two customers. In the business side, it wasn't about me buying a package, give me access. It's about me finding a method to duplicate me, duplications. Because two of me can do more than one of me. So I'm driving on both sides, the product side and the business side, I'm driving duplication. That's all I care about. I was 20 years old with no experience. I understood this because I'm thinking pizza, Domino's, they have gone from one into thousands. How does Ramin go from one into thousands? So the focus wasn't on the product or the package itself. The focus was on duplicating, getting a lot of people. Because I understood something, like you show the plan to a lot of people, show the product to a lot of people, you get some customers and distributors of it. So show more of it, then you get more. And if you have a system that duplicates, the people that join, they'll do the same thing, becomes more. So my focus was on the duplication side. The biggest mistake people make in this industry, they do everything right, they work so hard to get somebody into the system as a partner, and then just leave them there. Like, how is this even a thing? Like you brought somebody in, then right from day one, not 2 days later, not 3 days, same night. If I signed you up that same night, I said, okay, who's your top 20? Put it in the back of the head that we're going to make you money. Your credit card bill will come in 30 days, it's going to be paid off by then. Don't worry. I'm here to make it happen. Today I was talking to somebody who's really, really big and is very close to making that decision. And then of course, these people have requirements. The biggest requirement was this: I'll be there side by side on every call, every presentation. Me, my entire team will be there. That's what you should be doing. That's what you should be doing. You're either doing duplication or you're not. If you're too lazy, or it's too hard for you, it's too much chore, you're too busy, okay, you're not doing you're in a duplication business, so at least you're not in a duplication business, then you're in a retail sales business. That's fine. But if you're looking at stacking up and ranking up, if you want the cars, vacations, you want the presidential, all that stuff, if you want wealth building, you can't do that on your own. So your focus needs to be, folks, on duplication. It has to be. If your person cannot duplicate, and because the first ranks are pretty easy, we're going to talk about that. First ranks are pretty easy, right? You got to activate the center. That's it. As soon as you launch, what's the first thing you do? You got to activate your center. Just put it in the chat group as I talk. Whatever that I say that resonates with you, just put it in the chat group for everybody else to see what's resonating with you, so they can read yours, and then they didn't understand how I said it. Maybe they read yours and understand. Again, you learning it better, and you're also showing some leadership as well. So again, you want to start teaching, you do it in the chat. So very first thing, when I launch somebody, when I got launched, whether it's today in Opulence or 1990 in that company, it was simple. Go get two people. In 1990, first thing, okay, I'm launched. It was $2,200 in 1990. It was a lot of money. $2,200 in 1990. It's probably like $5,000 today, maybe more. So they told me, okay, so I'm in. Now what? Go get two people. Here we are 35 years later, you launch somebody, now what? Let's get 2 people. Why? That's what activates your business center. You activate your center. Without that, you're not going to touch the comp plan. You can buy and sell stuff. But this is a conversation you gotta have up front. Sometimes he says, yeah, but they're not like that. They just want to sell. Don't make that decision. Even if they told you that, it's because they don't know what exists here. Nobody says no to money. Nobody. All right? Nobody. If you tell someone, the same people that maybe you may be thinking, yeah, but they're just retail. They just love the retail. Okay. Go to that same person that's just you think only likes to do retail and ask him this. Oh, there's lots more money on the table, but I guess you're not interested. See what they'll tell you. Oh, there's a lot more money. Oh, quiet. See, your phone listens to you. Is it ChatGPT's been listening to me? He's trying to learn. Learn something. So, so the same people you think they're not interested. Just test this out. Hey, by the way, there is like 12 other ways of making money, but I know you're not interested. See what they'll tell you. Of course I'm interested. Show me. Right? Okay, first step. Let's activate your center. And then take them through the 12 step, 14. I mean, there's so many ways of making money here. It takes you to that next presentation and training. So if you want to build this business, folks, you're not in a product business. Understand that. You're not in a package business. Understand that. You're in a duplication business. Your focus needs to be 100%. Once you got that customer, your focus should be on how can that customer duplicate to become 2 customers. Referral. When you launch somebody, the LA Plus, when we say LA Plus means LAP, right? Or LADE. You launch an LA Plus. You're not done. You're just getting started. The idea wasn't for you to make a one-time wholesale profit of $350 or $300. The idea was to make that one LA Plus into 2 LA Plus and 3 LA Plus and 50 and 100. When you put money in the bank or you make an investment, you put $1,000 into investment. You do that not because you want to keep the $1,000. You want it to grow. You want it to expand, become more. So when you launch somebody, the idea wasn't for them to stay there. Your job is just starting now. The idea is for them to become 1 becomes 2. 2 becomes 4. 4 becomes 8. 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2048, 4096. So the one that you got in tonight, the idea was to go to 4096. The ones, there's a starting point, it's the base. It's the base that you need to start. You can't start without the base. But you got one, say, okay, I got the base. I got the base. Now, give me 2 people tomorrow. Give me 2 people. I'm here this week, tomorrow, whatever. We got to get you activated. One on the right, one on the left, right? Boom, activation. Perfect. They're activated. Let's get those 2 people activated because they have to get activated, right? They can't get in their comp plan. They can't get on. So definitely, so we get, boom, those 2 activated. Oh, you get 2, they get 2. What do you become? What do you become? You got 2, and that got you activated. You got them activated because they need 2. That's it. You know what's called? It's called duplication. It's called duplication. Now you're on the path. When your 1 becomes 2 and the 4, you are actually doing the business. If you keep selling to the same people over and over again, but you're making money, right? You're making money, you're in the retail business, but you're not touching the comp plan. You should be thinking that customers should become 2 customers. Then it should become 4 customers, become 8 customers, 16, 32, 64. So if you are seeing that duplication, okay, you're in business. If you're not seeing in that duplication, well, you're in an e-com business or you're in a retail wholesale business. You're not in a residual business. You're not in expansion. You're not creating wealth. You're not creating wealth. So to get you guys focused on the power of 2, duplication, or in this case, power of 6. So I put this crazy promotion to bring all the focus from everything into this. The entire focus should be this. If you've been here more than a year and your business is not in momentum, this is it. This is what you need. This changes everything. This will take you from wherever you are into where you need to be. Right on the racetrack. This is where you need to be. And so I took all my profits and put it in here. I'm just going to invest it into into you guys, into the system, and we call that forward momentum. Forward, we're not making money now, but forward momentum. And when the momentum starts, that's when you start getting the big paychecks. That's when you got lifelong residual income. So this LD Blitz, build this, is designed for you to focus on what you should be focused on, which is duplication. All right? You're going to sell, but that's just the beginning. If you want to touch the comp plan, you've got to duplicate that. 1 has to become 2, 2 has to become 4. It has to. Now that you get that, it's okay, it has to. Then, okay, how do I duplicate? Now you're asking the right questions. Now you call the Opulence. Okay, I need to duplicate. I need duplication. How do we do that? Opulence says, well, I don't know. I'm new. I don't know. Okay, let's go to somebody who does know. First of all, we have this to go the next 30 days. It's there, but you should be working with your qualified upline. And you have a lot. This is a binary system, so there's a lot there. We need to. So let's go through how that's going to look like. So right now, we got this thing called the LD Blitz. It's designed because to me, LD1 is the most important level in the whole comp plan. Most important. Why? Because LD1 is the beginning of where all the big bonuses are, the various bonus, commission boosts, all that. Also, LD1, you create enough LD1s, you get to presidential. You create enough LD1s, you get to royal. Right? You can go to LD3, creating enough LD1s. LD2 is kind of in the middle automatically. It's not automatic. LD2 is just an automatic thing. LD2 is the result of creating enough LD1s to get to LD2. LD3 is a result of creating a lot of LD1s. So, and then what it does is that it takes your business from building one at a time, to building 6 at a time. Because you get to what's not hard? It's 6 sales, right? So it's 6 sales. You get all 6 yourself, right? We've all done this in the past. I had businesses that I was with as a distributor. We bought 6 packages because we wanted to keep the close circles close to us for later on use. We get some big hot shot. Hey, come stay on the top. There's a team already. So the 6 can happen by you, by your team, by the people you bring in. Anyone can make it happen, right? Anyone can. It could come from upstairs. It can come from upstairs. So now you got 6. And you're an LD1. Simplest way is you get to 2, you get activated. You get the 2, they get activated. Boom. I mean, it's simple as that. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Okay, so I get it, Ramin. 2 get 2. Good. And then $500 bonus. $250 right away gets split. Guys, it's not hard. There's not much volume in LD1. I'll give it all back to you. You love the money, but you love the recognition. You be in the poster. I was one of those that made the promotion. Got on that list. You gotta get on that list. Can't miss that. If you can't get a new LD1, and you guys have already a bunch of people already there, you don't even need 6 for some of you because you have LAs or LA pluses or LADEs who've got a few, but they don't have 6. You gotta get to LD1. You gotta get these people to LD1. Right? It's a push that you need. So You can do that. You could be in it yourself. You could be in LA, LAP, or LADE. You get yourself a 250 PV, not 150, 250 PV. Which, by the way, guys, now that I'm looking at those other American companies, the standard auto ship is about 200 US. I'm not talking about the entry, the standard, the one that gets you something actually get you something. It's about 200 US. Even at 250, because we're a Canadian company, we're in Canadian dollars. Even at 250 Canadian, we only have 175 US. We're below the industry average. And with them, you spend the $200 getting the same product, same box. Here, you don't have to get a single product. You get shopping credits. Accumulate towards the best products in the world whenever you want. I mean, this is the simplest, easiest game in town. This is the easiest business on the planet. No boxes, no shipping, no taxes. You know, nothing expiring in basement. Just 2 shopping credits. This is the system is absolutely blowing away the leaders in this industry right now. I'm getting calls. Tell me about your shop. Don't tell me about your company. Don't tell me about your products. Tell me about your shopping credit system. And my answer is simple. You can't do it. No one can do it. If you got 20 products, you don't need shopping credits to accumulate for it. You already have the 20 products. What you need is 2 things. Lots of products like we do, 1,000, exclusive, not the stuff outside. Second, you need expensive products that people would actually want to accumulate for, like a layaway plan. Nobody has that. So it's a system that cannot be duplicated. It's a system that gives you complete freedom. Even for 450, even for 500,000 makes no difference. At the end of the year, how many gifts have you bought? How many necessities have you bought? You need your auto ship anyways for your business. How many gift cards? I mean, you take a look at that, and you'll find out on an average when you do ChatGPT, on average, about 4,000 to 6,000 a year that happens in necessities, gifting, all that. That's like $500 a month. So the fact that we don't ship you boxes and you just get shopping credits to spend when you want, it's a complete game changer. Complete game changer. You don't even need that. It's $250. So you're in LA, get yourself on $250, activate your center, 1 right, 1 left, and get them to get activated. They're on the $150. They don't have to be on $250. They should be. They don't have to be. They should be. They don't have to be. They should be if they want to get the LD Blitz. And they will be. But they don't have to. So you are 250, you got 6. I think you got all 6. You got 3. They got some people have got 3. Opulence put in 2. You got 2. They each got 2. It's a power 6. Now $250 pops up. That has to go to you and somebody else. That somebody else could be a sponsor who helped you. Or it could be somebody upstairs and an upline, a mentor who helped you. Either way, there's $250 in your jeans. We're not done yet. You've done the work. Just maintain these 6 people to stay at the minimum 150. Stay active. Shopping credits, right? Buying the products. And in 90 days, we're going to pop a second check for you. Just because you kept in touch with them. Just because you made sure to understand the products. We pop another $250. And not only that, between you and your mentor, not only that, you get this extra cash. You're on the poster. I am the ultimate upline. I am the beast. I am the man. Look, I'm the woman. Look, I'm on the poster. I got my 6. They're active. Incredible. Incredible stuff. And when you take a look how much it takes. Remember, we're in Canadian dollars. Like, if this was any other company, you'd be paying US dollars. Instantly, your cost of 30%. We might be even easier to get to LD1 because you don't even need both of them to actually be in one on each leg. It could be all in one leg. 6 sales, power 6, 6 sales, boom, LD1. 250, keep it for 6 months, 250. $500 extra. Or the best comp plan in the world. already. This is mental stuff, team. You might not, maybe you've been here too long and you don't really know what outside world looks like. Industry is pretty horrendous out there, right? The other side of it is maybe this is too cushy, comfortable, that people kind of like being here, but they're not really attacking. Sometimes when you're under pressure, like other comp plans are, not sometimes, a lot of times, it actually benefits you because why? You never become complacent. Right? It's like this: you're healthy, you should go to the gym, you have a gym membership. Well, the motivation's not there. That's opulence. But then the doctor, hey, your blood pressure is up, your diabetes, whatever. All of a sudden, oh, I better get to the gym and watch my diet. But that's the other comp plans. And you actually do the things that you should be doing anyways. But you don't need diabetes or blood pressure checks to be active. You have it here, it's in front of you. Now, look what happens when you actually do the basic things. Oh. The promotion, I'm curious to see how many of you actually qualified because it's almost halfway there. I mean, everyone can still do it, but it's almost halfway there. This is the simplest plan of the plan. So, the promotion ends October 31st. 90 days after that, the other 250 gets pushed out. So I am adamant that we should have, all of you should have 4 times the volume you have the last 3 months. Next 3 months, you should have 4 times the volume. If you don't, you haven't done anything. You left all this money on the table. I don't understand why you would do that. Right? So let's take a look. We talked about, forget the updates, talked about LD Blitz strategy. Let's talk about some strategies. The power of 6. If I launch somebody today, just think, if somebody asked me today, if I launch somebody, said, okay, what's next? You get 6 sales. 6? Yeah, why 6? You get to LD1, that's where everything starts. Very important is commission boost. Everything starts, Car Club, everything starts at LD1. And when you get to LD1, we carry enough LD1, it's actually presidential. So we gotta get to LD1. How do you get to LD1? 6 sales. Whether you get it all yourself, you get some, other people get some, Upline get some, you get 2, they each get 2, we need 6 sales. And we're gonna do that over the next 3 days. You need to be ready to work. You need to be ready to work. They're scared, they don't know how to do this. You have to tell them, bring me every single day at 7 o'clock, I'm ready to do a tour for you, online or in person. Now they know next 7 days, next 14 days, they know at 7 o'clock, you're expecting them to have somebody on the Zoom or in person. This is how so when I was building as a distributor, I used to use my home a lot. When people come in to join, I would say, okay, come back here tomorrow with 2 people. Tomorrow with 2 people, because I did meetings every day. Come back tomorrow with 2 people. Come back tomorrow with 2 people. That's what we did. One time, one of my companies went from 0 to 900 people in 90 days. 0 to 900 distributors in my team in 90 days. That's how we did it. Come back to 2 tomorrow. Not next week, not next month, not go figure it out on your own, no, tomorrow. You give them those directions. If you're in the GTA area, you got a world-class office now. You should be packed there every day. Packed there every day. There's a lot of places on the planet that's nice as over there. Conducive. You come in, the world-class FERI gallery, iconic FERI gallery, Opulence building, the nicest one in Richmond Hill. I mean, you come in, I would be doing meetings there every 2 hours. What I used to do, what I teach in the different cities, in a hotel room, in a hotel lobby, every 2 hours at meetings, I would do that at the world headquarters every day. So people say, okay, Ramin, I need 6. I gotta get on that poster. LD1. I want everyone to know. I gotta get on that poster. How do I do it? Remember, 2 LAs plus, right? Any LA plus or LAD, anything, right? Generation 1, that means people you personally sponsored. Gen 1 is people you personally sponsored. You get 2N, and you help the 2 that activates you. You get the 2 to get 2 that activates them, and new LD1 is born. $250 in your pocket. You and your mentor, right? Now, if you already have two? Because you're another, because a lot of you guys have been here already. Find out how to get to LD1. Remember, 2 gets 2. And that's how you get to LD1. Go to your first generations, reactivate them. Let's get you activated. Let's get you 2. Maybe you have 1. Maybe you only need 1. Right? Let's go get you that 1. Again, it's not hard to figure out how to become LD1. Get 2, each get 2. Done. Both legs or one leg. Now, okay, good. I'm new. I need 6. Got it. How does it work? Or I've been here 6 years. I've been, not really active. I want to get going again. It's very simple. Forensic way. Business plan. 40 dialings. Get name of 40 people. It's dial, right? Dial. 40 dialings per week. Out of that, 10 people become what's called a contact. That means 30 were not even there. You got their answering machine. They were not even there. 2 of them became a presentation for you. 1 of them become a sale. And LA plus. So 40 gets you 1. This is the scientific thing last 30 years. You make 40 dialings, you'll get 1. You need 2 though. So double it. You need 80 dialings. You get 2. You got your 2. So the slowest path to get your 2 is to get 80 dialings. That's your slowest path. That's not that hard. 30 seconds each with a voicemail. It's not that hard. 80 dialings, 2 appointments, 2 launches. 4 appointments. Should be 4 appointments, 2 launches. It's not that hard. It's very simple actually. Basic actually. So how do I get my 6? Go get your 2. How do you get my 2? Start dialing. 40 get you 1. That's the forensic system. Start talking to people. Right? This is coming out of the. Okay. Yeah, so. All right, so once you got your 2, we're gonna get your 2 to become activated. What does that mean? They get 2. This is like a go get 2 plan, right? Everybody knows how to get 2 people. Go get 2 plan, right? And you get the 2, you get them activated. They have to get activated to get commissions, right? 1 on each leg. And a new LD1 is born. Now let's take a look at from the money side of it. So we talk about it if you're brand new. At power 6, right? Get 6 sales. You get all 6. I don't know. You Opulence, everybody gets 6, right? So what happens? So you get 2. The power 2, right? You got 2. They got each 2. That's 2 times 350. If it's a lady, 300. If it's not, anyways, up to $700. Remember, you get excited. You start making 40 dialings, right? 80 dialings this week, next week, every day. You dial 10 people. $700. Your CVC, which is your commission team binary commission volume, you're making $45 on that. And it could be more. It says plus because maybe you had 45 and this leveled it up to the next level, cycle 2. Maybe cycle 3, maybe power cycle. Remember, there's your 45 cycle levels here. Your variance bonus. Right? If you're an LD1, your variance bonus 50 times 6 is $300 sitting over there on this duplication system. Over and above, right? If you're an LD1, you're doing this, you're creating more LD1s. Your variance bonus, the 6 that you brought in, you created 1 LD1. The 6 could be up to $300 if obviously you bringing it, so it's in the $50 range. Then GRS, you bring 2 people in, you need in GRS. So LD Blitz itself, once you complete, that's $250. So you have $1,400. We got 1 bill that says $1,400 is on the table for you over the next 2 weeks. The fastest path to the $1,400 is that you call 2 people, they both become appointments, they both launch. That's the fastest way. It's happened. You talk to two people, they're excited, you know them. There's like and trust, right? You see a tour, trigger with the offline, boom, they're in. That's the fastest. It's not like it's possible. It's the fastest. So it's like $700 a dial. Technically, a launch happens when you present to somebody. You can present twice. It can't happen. It's happened to me. It's happened to you. You can't happen. The first two people, or the two people you talk to, they both sign up back to back. That's like $700 dialing. The slow path is you need 80. Then it goes to 4 appointments, should say, 2 launches. So like $17.50 per dialing. It's a 30-second dialing, $17. Lawyers, high-level lawyers make that type of money. Not bad. $17 a dialing. 30 seconds, $17. 30 seconds, $17. 30 seconds, $17. That's the forensic system that made me millions as a distributor. And that's how all the major businesses are on this way. It's per dialing. It's not done yet because now you're getting duplication cycles. You keep popping up LD1s, 2.5 LD1 get your power cycle because of the CV. So as you're popping LD1s, you're getting the VBs and all that stuff. Like now you're getting a power cycle out of that. Duplicating LD1s. You get variance bonus up to 10 levels, 10 to $50. So you're making 150, 2.5 LD1s. I know there's no such thing as a half, but just give me your math on this, right? 2.5 LD1s will get you a power cycle and get you up $150 to $750 in variance bonus. This is why you get to LD1s right away, guys. Go to 250. There's so much money at LD1 at 250. It's incredible. You can't leave that on the table. You don't have to understand any of this. Just understand what you got to do. If I'm an LD1, I'm at 250. I'm done, right? If I want to create other LD1s, I know how it's done. I got there, 6 sales. I'm on an LD1. They go on 250. Done. The rest happens automatically. The software takes over, right? The software has one job, and that is to calculate the commission for you. All the software does 24/7 is trying to find your commission, trying to generate a commission for it. That's all he does. All day long, the software. How can I generate a cycle for this person? Can I generate a variance bonus, a commission boost? You know, is there a car club coming to this person? Is there MGRS? That's all the software does 24/7. You give it material, you give it CV, you give it new launches, you give it, orders, and what it does in return for you, it generates commissions for you. That's all it does. So then you got duplication cycles. Then you have rank advancements that happens at the same time. Look, everything happens simultaneously. You do one thing, 10 things happens. That's a good comp plan. It's a comp plan that doesn't has contradictions. Talking to somebody, big player, and their comp plan pays only on the small leg. They don't pay on the big leg. After 24 years with that company, he didn't understand. He didn't actually got paid on the big leg. He thought he did because if he didn't have a big leg, he doesn't get paid on the small leg. I said, yeah, the big leg activates your small leg. He doesn't pay you on it. Took him a few times, he got it. Right? But here's the kicker. Here's the best part. The leg they don't get paid on, they're supposed to bring 10 people, and 5 of which must go on the leg they don't get paid on. 5 on the inside, 5 on the outside. Unlike Opulence plan, which you get paid on both, in their plan and many other plans, similar, that's out there, they force you to put people on the leg you don't get paid on to qualify to get paid on the small leg. Can you imagine if I did that to you? Can you imagine if I did that to you? You're forced to put people on the leg I will not pay you on. And this is a very common, it's a trick, right? There's no other way to put it. And people are leaders. They're accepting it because that's what they have. So in this business, we don't have any of those things. So I call this 20-somewhat years ago compliant contradictions. I put out to the MLM world. I got attacked for it because people don't like me to say these truths. These are the truths that they don't want to come out. So in this company, we don't have any of that. You get paid on everything. Both teams, all sales and to infinity. Both teams, all sales and to infinity. Write that in the chat. Both teams, all sales and to infinity. Here's another thing that's new here that no one else has, which I explained to him as well. Here, a package gets paid to infinity. No other company on the planet does that. Every other comp plan on the new packages, they got this thing called a fast start bonus, pays your 2-3 levels. That's it. We are the only company that when you launch someone, doesn't matter how many when somebody launches somebody on your team, doesn't matter how deep, you get paid on that. Here's another thing that we have that nobody else in the world has. We even give you CV on your personal launches. When you launch in LA, you get 300 points. No other comp plan on the planet. When you launch new people, you get the host of profit. Maybe you get a fast start bonus. We have all that. But the CV goes up to the upline. Not to you, to the upline. We even give you that. So, of course, as you're launching these LD1s, you're making all this money. It's everywhere, right? You can't get away with it. Every turn, you get slapped with money. It's like every turn, you get hit with money. It's all there. And of course, LD2 get popped up. LD2 start get popped up automatically. There is no contradiction here. You're launching off LD1s, LD2s happens automatically. And you keep doing that, LD2s become LD3s. Higher weekly commissions. Of course, as you go rank up, you higher weekly commissions, you get car vacation clubs. You can, of course, get free cruises, black status malls, momentum, and much, much more. This is the most insane plan on the planet, team. Opulence plan is the one. I haven't talked about this stuff for years because I don't know. We're like this blue lagoon in this red infested shark ocean. Over here we don't have to walk on the hot coals that the rest of the industry is walking on. So we kind of get a complacence too. We don't talk about our advantages because we don't have to deal with the stuff that's going on out there. And maybe we don't even know this stuff. Then it comes to a point I sit down with a whole bunch of leaders from other companies and I realize wow. And yet they go build large teams. So I put together, build this Blitz for you. I said, okay, I'm going to refocus you. Just because you're selling product, you're not touching the comp plan. See, you're not in selling product. See, selling products doesn't take you to wealth, building wealth. It makes you money, doesn't build wealth. Selling packages will make you money. It doesn't create wealth. The only way to create wealth is the duplication. Making that one package into 2, 4, 8. Have one customer into 2, 4, 8 customers. So I put this package, this Blitz. I call it LD Blitz because LD puts a face on where the target is. The target is not LD2, 3%. The target is LD1. When you're there, create enough LD1s. That'll take you to LD2. The tide will lift all ships. You keep creating LD1s all over the organization. Then some of them become LD2s. The next thing you know, you're on LD3, and it just works so seamlessly. Now, put 5 people on the leg, which, by the way, I should have paid you. I don't pay you anyways. Not only I don't pay you on a big leg, I'm going to force you to put half of the first 10 people that you bring in the leg, which I don't pay you on. It is shocking to me, the type of plans that are out there. So it was good for me to run into that because I know how amazing you all have it here. We just need to talk more about it. We need to teach it more, right? We need to teach it. We need to talk about it. Let me fix this so we can push this up a bit. Okay, let's go back to slideshow. All right. So, we're making some adjustments because I'm adamant about getting duplication, guys. We need duplication. This company should be a billion-dollar company. There's no reason this company is not the biggest company on the planet. After 20 years, that's enough time. There is no reason that Opulence should not be the biggest company in our industry on the planet. Not even the mighty Amway has 1,000 exclusive products. They sell other people's products. Everything we make is exclusive to us. It's luxury. Our compliance is the best in the world. There's absolutely no way we should be the size we're in, guys. I'm tired of saying we're the world's largest tiny company. Because we're the world's largest because the work we do, knowing the world does. In our industry or outside our industry. So our innovations is up to the moon. This is one innovative company. The work we do, the world out. We're the first company on the planet with class 3 MPN health products, legally making claims. Never happened in the 80 years of the industry. So yes, we're the world's largest medical innovation, but we're a tiny company. We're not marketing enough, or good enough, or focused enough. Guys, we need to start. Duplication is the name of the game, and if you're not duplicating, know that you're not contributing to your business, you're not creating wealth. We got to start duplicating. Making that one customer into two, make that one package into two. And we do it through these type of platforms, these type of build assist promotions. That's how we do it. So we're making some changes because I want to add some really interesting things to our business. I want to reinvest it into quick things, fast things. New person that comes in wants to make, when the new person comes in at first, they're not looking to, to become presidential. Maybe they're hoping to just go full time, right? That's a good place to be. And Opulence, we have a lot of people going full time in Opulence in many countries. So we want to make sure that they're more comfortable. So we give them more quick cash. We want to rank advancement to go much higher. I want to see 30, 40 plus LD1s per month. Simple. Power of 6. Right? Simple. Power of 6. Whether you get all the 6 in, and you and the upline and the few people you brought in, it's 6. Let's go get 6. Just get you on that poster, put 250 in your pocket. I call it maximum momentum strategy. MMS. Right? Maximum momentum strategy. I'm putting all the money in it for you. Power 6. Get yourself a poster. Put the money in your pocket. Start momentum. Drive up volume and team CV commissions with momentum. Look, at the end of the day, 100% of nothing is nothing. 1% of a million is a lot. So the name of the game is momentum. Not a few, lots. That's how you get to presidential, to royal. And we want to put all these triggers like this one. Like with this LD Blitz, we're not making any money. I keep putting it in. I want to be able to do that. Keep creating momentum in your team. MGRS. So I'm working on see how we can get it to $100 a share. So instead of it being 2% of the LA packages, I just want to have a set share price that everybody knows up front. Oh wow, I get to MGRS, I have a guaranteed X dollars per share. I don't know if I can get to 100. I'm going to try. What we have to do, so now people know exactly what the share price is, not waiting to see what it would be based on sales. Simple. So we talked to someone, hey, if we can do the 100 a share, and if you can still qualify with 2 shares, hey, let's go get you $200 right now. Here's how we, by the way, this one here, when you go get 2-2, that strategy automatically gets you in the MGRS. Automatically. See, that's what I'm talking about. No compliant contradictions. Oh, well, to get to a MGRS, you got to put your people in another team, which you don't get paid on, but you get the MGRS. That's how other companies do it. Here we load it on, load it on, load it on, load it on. Another thing that I want to do is really important. We're going to start something really interesting. I call it Leader Acquisition Flying Program. And you're gonna like this, because if you want to go ahead, if you have a leader with a resume, I want to give you the power to contact them and say, listen, we have a program called Leader Acquisition Flying Program. There is nothing like this. And when we take a look at it, you're going to ask me, you're going to call me right back. Once I send you a few links, you're going to call me back and say, this is MLM? Well, I want you to see it firsthand. So we're going to fly some people in. We pay for it. We pay for it. So we're going to use some of this money to collect the money between MAP and what we're doing, different things. We want to be able to fly people in for you if they qualify, and for them to be able to see us firsthand and launch in your team. Aside from that, we also have, I want to put together a program. I'm just trying to get all this. Okay, it's not showing here. Okay, yeah. So there's other things we want to do. Attract new partners with incentives, product bonuses. The other day, we had the Spanish group going on, and then Renee came up and said, hey, anybody launches now, you get your $500 of the products. I want to be able to do something like this. So all of a sudden, your prospect sitting over there says, okay, I got all this free stuff already. Instead of going home thinking about it, if I make a decision right now, there is something else. So we want to be able to do this at tours and allow the uplines to be able to utilize that. Reward rank achievements to help partners rank up and maximize the comp plan. There's a lot of money being left on the table. These type of promotions, not only you get the promotion, it helps you qualify for everything else you are leaving on the table. Most importantly, it brings awareness. After people say, wow, I was leaving all that on the table. These are promotion brings awareness. We're going to do some, as you can see, we've been doing some amazing events, right? We do the best parties on the planet. You see government, all this stuff. I mean, this is what luxury should have been. The super yacht, the Rolls Royces, the cars. You know, even in Thailand, we did the cruise on an Opulence yacht. We want to do a lot of this stuff. That's what we want to rearrange, reimagine Opulence and set it up for the new people. When they come in, say, okay, there's a lot here for me. And I want you to have fun with all this great stuff. You're going to have to step up and learn this stuff, guys. When I put stuff like this out there, you should be saying right after this call, where do I get this? You should be messaging the company, because this is your back office already. Message, okay, where do I get a hold of that PowerPoint? Study it, learn it. Becomes the next conversation between you, your team, and your prospect. Intimate gatherings for top achievers and QT qualifiers. We do some cool stuff for that. Leadership flying program to HQ. 3-night stay, dinner with the corporate team, training, Niagara Falls trip. So, you're one of my leaders, you're doing great thing in your country, your city, I'm bringing you in. We're going to have some amazing events. Because I want to know who my leaders are, and I want to personally develop them. So I want to develop, I want you guys to be homegrown and take it back to your countries. But show me who's the leader. Okay, how do I do that? Become a QT. Learn everything we're teaching you to master it. Become the person that's okay, but that person is my QT. That means it's coachable, it's taking the time, putting the effort, and all those people need next level. And the next level could be the forensic, master forensic, that have a whole bunch of chapters I've not released yet. You'll come with me, you're going to spend a day or two with me, trust me, you're not going to be the same. We may do this at the mansion. I mean, the mansion is so beautiful. We had 2 major artists just did a music video there 2 days ago, called Wolf and Danny Doucette. Actually, that movie, mini movie, Usually the government released yesterday on YouTube. I'm gonna do events there for you guys. You're gonna come out. Let me tell you something, how important this stuff is. Some of the guys I'm talking to, the big guys from other companies, it's incredible as they get me on the phone with their leaders. Having that mansion is the #1 conversation for them. You should see this. Here's what I've been hearing. The CEO, the stuff he provides, we haven't seen any other CEO in our history to provide. You should see this mansion. We can do meetings. They're good at thinking meetings, right? It's MLM is about the next level. It's about show. It's about showing lifestyle. It's not about talking about it. And we have everything here for it to show that the next level happens here. From day one, you can get into luxury here. You can't do that in life. How many people can get into luxury in life? Not that many. In life, in our place, from day one, you're into luxury. It's a big statement. I just understand this, right? People that come to Opulence, they may have been maybe working for 20, 30 years. They still not into, some of them, they're still not into luxury. They cannot afford it. And they get into Opulence, they get into a luxury immediately. It's incredible. No other company can say that. No other company can say that. And the leader acquisition. Yeah, we want to bring some people in, let them see what Opulence is all about. We're blowing the minds of a lot of people. But you know what? We're going to get some people in. They're going to do crazy things. I want you guys to be part of that. I'm telling you, I expect you to be on the poster. I expect you to be on this poster. Let me repeat. I expect you to be. It's 6 sales. You can't do that. You're not doing the business, right? I expect you to be on this poster. Get to LD1, create an LD1. If you're not, get to LD1, you'll be on the poster. If you're already in LD1, create an LD1, you'll be on the poster. It's not that hard. 6 sales, 80 dialings, 2 presentations get you 1, get 4 presentations get you 2. Maybe take 8 presentations. Maybe it takes 10. Who cares? Get out there. You have the tour. You have your opportunity page. It's on your website already. Your website, opportunity page. The presentations in different languages. The videos in different languages. Show it to 8 people. Show it to 10 people. Get 6 sales. Get 2 in. Get them to show it to 8 people. Again, you need to be available to work this every single day. You know what the target is? 6 sales. You should be talking to your upline tonight, and your team tonight, and your prospects tonight. You need 6 sales to get on the poster, and I hope all of you will be there. With that, we're going to pass it back to our fearless hostess. And if you have any questions, good time to ask.
Thank you so much. Wow. What a presentation. So many nuggets. Great nuggets. Who is happy that they made a decision to come tonight? I mean, if you are happy to be here tonight, show it. I was very blessed. Let's do our motto: one team, one dream, one system to the billion. Thank you so much, everyone.
Fantastic hosting.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Good night, everyone.